What's going on, fellow content and welcome back to the video. My name is Kreek, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my Roblox thumbnails inside of Adobe Photoshop CC. Now, if you don't have Photoshop, that's okay. I'm going to have a link in the description to another program called GIMP. That's G-I-M-P. That is completely free, and pretty much anything you can do in Photoshop, you can do in that. It's awesome. You might have to look up some tutorials on YouTube for it, but trust me, it's worth it, and it's an amazing program. Now, as well, the thing you're seeing on screen is our Roblox avatar that we rendered out using Blender. If you guys don't know how to do that, or if you haven't done that yet, be sure to check out my video on how to render your Roblox character out in Blender for free. That link will be in the description, and I'll have a card in the top right hand corner of the video taking you to that video. So go check that video out first, and then come back and I'll show you how to make a Roblox thumbnail. Alright, so let's get started with the thumbnail. I'm going to turn off the face cam, that way the whole screen's not cluttered and you can clearly see what's going on. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go up to File and New. And you're going to want to make a 1280 by 720p document. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Web. I'm just going to go to this one here, that's fine. Width is going to be 1280. Height is going to be 720. This is 720p, which is what Google recommends for thumbnails. We're going to turn off the artboard. If you have it, turn that off. And everything here is pretty much fine. The background content, we're going to make transparent. That way we have a transparent background. And other than that, everything is good to go. Let's click create, and bam, here is our canvas for the thumbnail. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to make a border, because I always have a border in the back of my thumbnail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the paint bucket tool, and I'm just going to use the regular black color, or whatever color you have, and I'm just going to click, and now we got a black canvas. Now what we have to do, we have to go over here to the right side of the screen, and go to our black layer. We're going to double click on that, which is going to bring up the layer styles. And then here we're going to go to stroke, and we are going to stroke it here. I did not mean to say that. Oh god, I did not mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. Oh my god, I hope my mom does not watch this. Okay, we're gonna change the color to white. There we go, and we're gonna click OK. And now the position we are going to make inside, and now you can see the borders start to form. Let's see, let's go with a 15 size border. That should be fine. 15. Let's go 18. That might be too big. We'll go with 15. 15 seems good. 15 seems like a good amount. Let's 15. Okay. We're going to click OK. And now what we're going to do, we're going to right click on the layer, and we're going to click rasterize layer style. And this is going to make it so that we can copy stuff from the layer. So now we're going to go up here to our little magic wand tool, and we are going to left click on the white part of the little screen thing here, right? And we're going to click Control C and Control V. And now, if we go to our normal selection tool and we go down here to the layers, we can actually delete the black layer. And now you can see we have the white border around our screen. Now we're going to double click on the white border layer. We're going to stroke it again. Oh my god, stop saying that, Kreek. Oh my god. Oh, okay. We're going to click the stroke, and we are going to, let's see. Actually, you know what? Before we do this, let's actually go to color overlay. And we're going to make it blue, because my border is blue, right? So we're going to just go down here to blue, and we're going to change the color to blue. All right, hopefully this works. There we go. Awesome. So the color is blue now. Fantastic. Now we're going to go to stroke, and we're going to go on the outside of the position, and we're going to make it white, like so. And then we're going to change the size to maybe like, let's go with 10. Let's go with 10. And now we've got a stroke of 10 on the outside position. Color white, and the color overlay for the actual border part is blue. Okay, awesome. We've got our little border, so you can see that looks like our thumbnail. It may not be exact, but that's pretty much it. So now we've got that, we need to find ourselves a background. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and load up Jailbreak here. Let's go into Jailbreak, and I'm just going to find myself a nice little background. Now, you could take an image off of Google if you wanted to. I don't live that life, though. I live the vicarious original life. Totally, that's totally a lie. And we're going to get a thumbnail from here. Okay, so let's go to, we're going to be a police. There we go, awesome. So let's see, what would be a nice thumbnail? Let's make a thumbnail about Jailbreak Easter eggs, okay? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a Jailbreak Easter egg thumbnail. Fantastic. Let's see. Let's find a nice place for a thumbnail here. Maybe inside of this place here. Maybe inside of the kitchen. Kitchen's probably a great place for a thumbnail. Yeah, here we go. Okay, right here. Right here's a great place. Fantastic. Let's assume that that trash can's an Easter egg. Great. Alright, so we're just going to zoom in, and I'm going to put my mouse cursor on the white part of the wall, so that way it's harder to see whenever I actually take the picture. And now I'm just going to, let's see, frame this up. There we go. Now I'm going to click print screen on my keyboard, which is right above the delete key. Alright, so click print screen, and now we're going to go back to Photoshop, and we're going to click Control V. And yeah, there we go. Awesome. So we're done with Roblox. We can go and just close this down. There we go. We're done with that. Okay. Now I'm going to take the picture we just made here, and I'm going to drag it below the border layer. Bam. Awesome. So now, here's our background thumbnail. Fantastic. Now you can zoom out like this by holding Control and hitting the minus key, and then Control plus zooms in. Control minus, Control plus. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to, let's actually zoom in. So let's hold down Shift, and let's click on the side of this little area here. This little, like, sizer thing. Now, to get the sizer thing, you press Control T. And then that way you can move your layer around and size it around. So hold down Shift so that it locks everything in place. And we're just going to make it bigger. There we go, like that. That works there. Just make it bigger, 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 bigger. Great, awesome, that works, fantastic. Now we have ourselves a nice little background. Now what we're going to do, we're going to blur it. Now if we go up here to filter and we go to blur, there's a lot of blurs we can use. I like using the Gaussian blur, that's my personal favorite. Now what I recommend doing is playing around with this, because there's a lot of different stuff you can do. You can Gaussian blur it, and you just input like an amount of blur here that you want. I wouldn't go too crazy with it, I'm just going to go with 7. 7 works, and now it's blurred, great, fantastic. Alternatively, you can go to filter, you can go down to pixelate. Mosaic is pretty cool. You can make the background look all pixely and 8-bit, which also looks pretty nice. For the sake of the tutorial though, I'm just going to blur it. So let's just go to blur, Gaussian blur, bam, done. Awesome. Now we need our Roblox character. So let's grab our Roblox character. We're going to Control A and Control C to copy it. Control A just selects everything, and then Control C copies it. And now we're just going to press Control V, which is going to paste it in. Holy crap, that's a big image. And there you go. Great. Tutorial is done. Thumbnail is complete. Fantastic. Great. No, I'm joking. So we're going to zoom out. We're going to press Control T. And we're just going to size this down a little bit. Like, let's see. Let's just move it a little bit like that. Size it down. That looks pretty good. I like it right there. That looks good. Nice, big, and juicy. You don't want to say juicy is the wrong word to use. Don't say that ever again. But if you zoom out, you can kind of see what it's going to look like as a small image on the screen, right? So I think that looks good. What we're going to do, though, we're going to make our foreground, which is our character, stand out a little bit more from the background. So we're going to double click on this, and we're going to add a drop shadow. There we go. Now, my drop shadow, here's the settings for this. You can just, like, you know, play around with this. Let's not make it too crazy. Let's scale back the opacity, make it a little bit blurry. There we go. Maybe go like 10, and then 5, and then like 10. Maybe raise that to 75. That looks pretty nice. Now we're also going to add a stroke to it, so let's stroke it. Oh my god, I said it again! Stop it! Oh my god! Oh my god, I gotta stop saying that. Okay, let's add a 7 stroke to it of white. There we go. Nice. That looks pretty good. That looks really nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, we need a Roblox logo, so people know this is a Roblox thumbnail, right? So what we're going to do, we're just going to go to, let's just go back to here. And let's go to a new tab, and let's search up ROBLOX Logo. I just completely misspelled that. ROBLOX Logo. There we go. And we're going to go to Images, and let's find the new one. Where's the new one? Here's the new one. There it is right there. Fantastic. Here's a big one. Okay, we're going to save this to our downloads. That works. And we're just going to drag this into Photoshop. There we go. Boom. We got ourselves a Roblox logo. But it looks weird. We're going to make it look nice. All right. So I am going to add a stroke to it. And let's make it white, actually. So let's do a color overlay. And let's make it white. There we go. And now for the stroke, we're going to make the stroke red. Like that. There we go. Let's make the stroke a little bit bigger like that. There we go. That works. So now what I'm going to do, and this is a trick I use in a lot of my thumbnails and art, I am going to, with the Roblox layer selected, I'm going to press Control J, which is going to copy and duplicate the layer. So now I have 2 Robloxes, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take the top layer here, the one we just copied, and I'm going to drag it below the original one. So now the original one's on top, and the one we copied is on bottom. Now I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm gonna press down on the arrow key, which is gonna make it go like this. Oh, I can hear a lot of you guys like, oh, that's how he does that. Yeah, that's how I do that, right? So let's go like that. There we go. So now I'm gonna go to the copied Roblox logo, and I'm gonna change the color of this to red. Oh, yeah, that's how I do it. So now I'm just gonna hold down Control and select both layers, and press Control T, and hold down Shift, and now I can manipulate this up and down, right? So let's see. Let's just let's put it like that. That seems like a pretty good spot right there, just like that. That works awesome. Now I'm gonna drag my character on top of that so it doesn't look too crazy. And actually, you know what? Let's make our Roblox logo big. Actually, you can do it however you want, really, but let's just make it big. I do this in a lot of my thumbnails. We'll just make it kinda just slightly bigger than the actual thumbnail here, and line it up like that. And let's see. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna go to the copied Roblox layer here since it's on the bottom, and we're gonna add a shadow to it like that. And let's just bump this up. Let's make the opacity bigger. Let's make the distance maybe 20. Raise the spread up. Raise the size up. Maybe like, let's see. I'm just gonna play around with this a little bit here. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. That looks really good. I like it. I like it. Looking good so far, right? Looking like a KreekCraft thumbnail. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some text to this bad boy, right? We're gonna add some text. So what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna go to the text tool, and I'm gonna click in, and I'm just gonna type something. Let's see. Let's say Easter. All right, we're gonna make an Easter egg thumbnail. All right, so here's my text. We're gonna make the text go on top of everything by dragging it up in the layer. And now what we're gonna do, we are going to color it. So let's click into our styles, and let's add a gradient overlay to it. So how I make it all yellow and orange is I go into the gradient tool here, and by default it's probably gonna look like this. And all I gotta do is double click on this little square here, and I'm gonna make it yellow. So let's make this first one yellow. There we go. And now I'm gonna click on the one on the right, and let's make it yellow but a little bit orangey. You know what I'm saying? Just a tad bit orangey, like that. That looks good. All right. Then I'm gonna click OK, and now I'm gonna drag this left square to the middle, and I'm gonna drag this right square to the middle, and there you can see it has like a nice little like color separation. Now I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger like that, so it's not as clear. And great, awesome. We got some awesome looking text. Now I'm gonna stroke. Oh my God, I did it again. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna stroke. No, we're gonna add a stroke to it, and let's make the stroke black. There we go. And okay. And size of 10 is great. We like big strokes here. Oh my God, Kreek. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right, just forget the word stroke. Okay. Drop shadow. We're gonna add a drop shadow to it, and let's not make it as big, right? Let's make it maybe 10, 5, 10, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Maybe like 20. Yeah, that looks good. I like 20. That looks good. That looks good there. Yeah, man. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna hit Control T. We're gonna scale this down a little bit like this, and we're gonna just rotate it a tad bit like that. Awesome. By the way, you can press Enter to get out of this little screen here where you can like move it around. Just hit Enter and bam, it's good to go. Now I'm gonna press Control J and duplicate this, and now I have 2 Easters. Now what I can do, I can just click on the text tool and make this one say whatever I want because I'm lazy. So let's say Easter eggs, exclamation mark. Yay! Now I can just click on this and move this right there. And I can just move them both down actually. Let's move this down a little bit. And let's move the Easter one here down a bit. And there we go. We got ourselves a Roblox thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a Roblox thumbnail. Also, real quick, I actually forgot to record me saving the thumbnail. I kind of assume you guys know how to save something. If you don't know how you save a thumbnail, you just go to File, you go to Save As, you choose where you want to save it. So let's just save a thumbnail to our desktop, all right? And we're going to save it as a PNG, which is oh my God, that's a lot of pictures. We're going to save it as a PNG, and we're just going to name this whatever we want, and we're going to click Save, and we're going to click OK. And now you can just upload that file as your thumbnail. So that's how you save it. Now, some things you can do to make it a little bit more sprucey-roosy. Let me actually just go ahead and disable or hide a lot of these layers here so I can show you what I'm talking about. you can add some saturation to it. So you see that this image is slightly like, it's like meh. It's like meh. The color's not popping, yo. We want the colors to be popping like a new Logan Paul song, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to click on the bottom layer, which is the background. And we're going to go down here to this little circle thing. And we're going to click on hue and saturation. And that's going to add a hue and saturation layer. Now you're going to have a little property thing pop up like this. And then here you can adjust the saturation. So if we make it go lower, it's ew. But if we make it go higher, it's whoa, right? So don't go too crazy with it. I'm just going to stick with 50, right? 50 seems like a good idea. I'm just going to put that right back there. And now to see the difference, we'll just hide the saturation layer. You can see, right? It's a lot more popping, bro. It's a lot more popping. Looking good. Looking really, really good. I like it, right? So, yeah, looks good already. Looks awesome already. Now, anything that is below this layer will get affected by the color change. So if I drag this on top of Roblox, Roblox is going to be a little bit brighter. If I drag this on top of our character is going to be a little bit brighter, as you can see. Like, he's a little bit more saturated. So you can just play around with it however you want. Now, another thing you can do, let me just grab an image real quick. A lot of people ask me how I do this. Let's go back to jailbreak. Let's see, is there something I can use in one of these that I don't have to go back into the game for? Let's see, I can do this tree probably. I can do this tree. Okay, we'll do this tree. So let's copy this here. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this background. I'm just going to scale it up here. And like this. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So a lot of you guys ask me how in the world I highlight certain images in the background and make it like pop out of the background. So how I do that, and you will probably see what I'm talking about in a moment, is I grab this tool up here. You right click on the magic wand and I go to the quick selection tool. And from the quick selection tool, I can just drag my mouse and it will quickly select certain elements in the thumbnail, like this tree, for example. And now what I can do is I can press Control C and Control V, and now we have the tree by itself. As you can see, we have ourselves a little tree. Awesome, great. Now what I can do is I can blur this background here with like a let's use a iris blur. I like the iris blur because you can actually choose like what you want blurred and what you don't want blurred. So let's just make everything but the tree blurred like that. Great. And now we're just going to click enter, and now everything but the tree is blurred, as you can see. Now I'm going to click on the tree that we made, right? And I'm going to go to the layer styles, and we're going to stroke it, whatever. We're going to stroke it, and let's just add some white stroke to it, like that. And let's make the size be 5. There we go. And the drop shadow, we'll make a little drop shadow on it. And then outer glow. Let's see, you can just play around with all these settings and just, go with what you like, right? That's how I figured out how to do all this stuff. And that's fine. It looks good white like that. So now what you can see, as you can see, we can actually just drag this down a little bit if you want to, so you guys can see a little bit better. The tree is actually popping out of the thumbnail, like so. And what that does is it makes it look a little better. Makes it, a little bit more popping. Looks awesome. Looks good. So that's how I do that. And I think it's about as far as like how I make my thumbnails, really. So hopefully this helped you out. Alright, cool. Face cam's back. How you guys doing? So that is how I make my Roblox thumbnails there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully that answered all of you guys' questions. If it did help you out, be sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out. Hit that like button. It really does help me out, and I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see some awesome Roblox videos, I do stream Roblox every day, 10 a.m. EST, 9:30 p.m. EST at night, as well as upload a lot of Roblox videos like Jailbreak, Murder Mystery Assassin, tons of awesome stuff. So definitely hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to turn on all notifications and stay notified of all new videos and streams. And if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. That is how I make my Roblox thumbnails in Photoshop. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!